Welcome to the Nitpicking Nerds Commander Tune-Ups Episode 7 with your host,
Beezy.
And Joe Cherries. And this is our segment where we take your user-submitted decks and we...
Tune them up, actually.
We do tune them up. And we make them better under your guidelines and restrictions. Want your deck upgraded? All you have to do is subscribe.
Easy.
And put a video down... Or a video... Don't put a video in the comments.
Post a video in the comments.
You can post a video of your deck if you want it, but we just want your deck.
Preferably on Tapped Out.
Preferably on Tapped Out. Also, if you like all this, you can hit the like button for our videos or just subscribe anyway. You can subscribe without putting a deck down there.
True.
We'll allow it.
If you enjoy this, you'll have loved this intro.
Have I done that a lot?
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
I'll never say.
Today, our deck is Lord Windgrace, submitted by Josh G, we'll call him.
Josh G. G-O-C.
Josh G-O-C. Josh Gok. I don't know what
we won't say it, except for right now.
Except for right now, which we said it. His restrictions are, he doesn't want any combos. Though, he has some combos in there.
We need to define combo.
He wants no infinite combos, we'll assume, because there's definitely combos in this deck already. He doesn't want any card over $25.
That's 2-5.
We cut it a little close. We have some $20 cards in here. A couple.
We cut it close with the budget too of $150.
Yeah, we really pushed it. We pushed it to the limits of what he wanted, and his total budget was $150, as BZ just stated. Lord Windgrace, why don't you read the
I haven't done a lot of talking yet. I'm a very talkative person. So
I was doing the introduction. I'm sorry.
I agree. 2 black, green, red. Lord Windgrace, a legendary planeswalker. Windgrace starts at 5. Windgrace +2. Discard a card, then draw a card. If a land card is discarded this way, draw an additional card. -3. Return up to 2 target land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. -11. Destroy up to 6 target non-land permanents. Then create, of course, 6 2/2 green cat warrior creature tokens with Forest Walk. Classic Windgrace.
You've got a line of text at the bottom there.
Oh, yeah, this is probably the most important line. Lord Windgrace can be your commander.
That's pretty important. All right, as you can see by the plus and the minus, this is a Lands Matters deck.
The -11, right? It's pretty Lands Matter.
Not based on the -11. That's a weird...
Forest is a land.
It's definitely a relevant ability. That being said, the fact that it doesn't destroy lands is kind of weird on that minus. I assumed it would.
I don't know what I thought it would do, but I would never have guessed this.
Yeah, it's weird. But its plus and minus are what you're going to focus on with this deck. You want to put lands in your graveyard to get them back.
It's just so good.
You want to plus them, put a land in your graveyard, draw 2, and then return 2 lands with the next turn, minusing 3.
That's what that looks like.
There's a lot of advantage to be had here. So, if the lands matter, then the mana base matters. So let's talk about some of the utility lands in this deck.
Fair point.
Let's start with the first ones. Well, I might as well talk about it. We'll start with one of the cuts, actually, from this thing. We cut Ghost Quarter because what we did add here is 3, what I believe to be better land destruction lands. I'm not saying Ghost Quarter is bad.
I feel like better. They're better.
I feel like Ghost Quarter is just very much a budget card.
Yep.
If you don't have the money to get the, Strip Mine Wastelands, then you're not going to, then you just want to stick with the Ghost Quarter. But we added Strip Mine, we added Wasteland, we added Tectonic. So let's read Strip Mine, the best of the 3.
The Ramstein Classic.
Tap, add 1 mana to your mana pool, sacrifice, or tap, sacrifice Strip Mine, destroy target land.
Yep.
And so, you can just destroy any land. You have a lot of ways to recur lands. Even your commander recurs lands. You can destroy a lot of lands, get rid of those utility lands.
Strip Mine's the best. Wasteland destroys non-basic Tectonic Edge. You have to pay 1 and tap it, and then you sack it. Destroy a non-basic land if they control 4 or more lands.
Yep. So, there's just a lot of good land destruction. Dealing with utility lands, always useful in EDH. Get that Cabal Coffers out of here.
Down a peg. Just go, you have 8 lands. Now you have 7. Suck it.
It also works very well with Crucible Worlds, which is in this deck, and Raminap Excavator. So if you're going to be put these lands in your graveyard, play them, blow up some more lands.
You came here for more than land destruction.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't mention though.
No.
Let's talk about land destruction right here. Actually, one of the things for this deck was no mass land destruction.
Yes, there's only 1 land destruction card. You'll see what it is, so stay tuned.
Yeah, no mass land destruction, which is important because if I was building a Lord Windgrace deck, I feel like I would have at least 1. It'd be my main win con.
I would have literally 1, and it'd be Decree of Annihilation. And let's not talk about it anymore, because everybody hates that.
Decree of Annihilation should be in this deck.
It's stupid. No, it shouldn't.
Even if that's true, it should. Absolutely.
In a competitive version.
Even I would put it in this deck. My Lord Windgrace deck would have
me too, but I wouldn't feel good about it.
All right. Moving
next
on.
one,
Utility lands.
Mazavith.
All right, read it.
Land. Doesn't tap for mana, so this is more like a spell. This is basically when you look at it, put it in the spell slot. Tap. Untap target attacking creature. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to and dealt by that creature this turn. So it is this. I love this card because you never activate it.
It turns out this is actually just a deterrent.
It's just an enchantment that says creatures can't attack you unless there's like 3 or more.
Yeah, like usually they're like, all right, I have my Inferno Titan. I'll attack. Well, there's no point in attacking you because you'll maze it. So I'll attack the other guy, and then the next turn that happens again.
Yep.
And the next turn it happens again.
And then you untap, but Mazavith never got activated.
Yeah, Mazavith never activated.
You're just like, this is the best.
It's one of the best utility lands to get with something like Expedition Map,
Crop
Rotation,
etc.
etc. I can't remember if there's any other ones in this deck like that.
Oh,
but
there is.
Those are some good ones, and those are you want to get this land a lot.
It's fine.
Great at protecting you, and one of the main reasons I pushed for this to be in the deck, it's like $20, I believe. Out of this like budget, so it's big off this budget. But one of the reasons I push for it is you have a Planeswalker commander. That thing, Planeswalkers are hard to protect in EDH, and having a land like this really helps.
You sounded like a cheesy salesman. You know, Planeswalkers are hard to protect these days.
They are. That's true. Planeswalkers are hard to protect in EDH.
But I'm still gonna make fun of you.
That's fine.
Right. So we can just move on because
I
agree with what you're saying. Yeah, try to make a more disruptive, loud, annoying noise.
Okay, I will. Next time I will.
Cool.
I'll get some sandpaper and just grind it together.
I look forward to it, yeah.
We'll do some ASMR.
All right, let's read the rest of it.
All right. Moving on. Wait, that's not right. My pages are out of order. Sorry.
Idiot.
We have some cycle lands we added to the deck. We have Barrenmoor, Forgotten Cave, and Tranquil Thicket. They are all come into tapped lands that produce one color.
Of the colors.
Color, and they cycle for that same color. So if it's the mountain one, it comes in. If it's the red one.
Forgotten Cave?
Did
you forget what it was
Forgotten
called?
Cave comes in tapped. It taps for a red, and it cycles for a red. Yeah. So, these are awesome with Lord Windgrace. You can buy them back with Lord Windgrace. They're great to discard Lord Windgrace because...
They discard themselves.
And they also discard themselves. Great synergy with Life from the Loam. Get these back, cycle them, get lots of card advantage. 3. Yep. Just overall, these are
overall.
Great... Am I doing this a lot?
No.
These are a great addition to the deck. I like them a lot. What do you like about them?
Well, I think that personally,
sorry.
There's not too much to say about them.
Okay.
This is a very simple, quick one. So I'll move on to the next one, which is really annoying. This is more annoying than Mazavith. It's Glacial Chasm. So it is a land, if you couldn't guess. I get all the ones that don't tap for mana. So this one doesn't tap for mana either. Cumulative Upkeep. Pay 2 life. When it ETBs, you have to sacrifice the land. Your creatures can't attack, and all damage dealt to you is reduced to 0. So you can't take any damage, which is sweet. But you need to pay 2 life, and then 2 more. So you're paying 2, then 4, then 6, so that you can keep this land.
Your commander also recurs this, so you can just sacrifice it.
Lord Windgrace just gets it back, so you can make... I don't want to pay 8 life.
There's also lots of...
And then I'll get it back.
Also, Life of the Loam gets it back. There's just... You can keep this card in the field very easily in this deck.
There's like 20 different ways to get it back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's oppressive. If they can't stop you, they're going to be really frustrated.
If you've ever played a deck without a Strip Mine effect, which I have, you will know this card is very annoying to deal with.
This is why, this is like the go-to one, I think, for why it's like every deck needs to destroy lands.
Yeah, every deck needs at least one land destruction spell, because if you can't beat this card, you just can't beat this card.
And how bad does that feel? It's like, you can't beat this card, and your deck could change almost not at all, and then you can easily destroy this deck.
This deck also has Thespian Sage added to it. For one of the added benefits being you can copy your Glacial Chasm as it sacrifices. And it's gone, but now you have another one.
Yeah, and then that one.
Then you recur the other one,
with
and
Windgrace,
you just keep going. And it's
party all day. Everyone's invited.
Well, only other cut from these lands was... What is this? You have to read this one.
You cannot pronounce this to save your life.
I agree.
Daragaz's Caldera. It's just the Jund bounce land that enters tapped, but doesn't produce 2. We get that bounce lands are pretty important, but we decided the land site's really tight for this deck, so we cut it. There's also 3 other.
There's also it's not like just no bounce lands.
Yeah, there's 3.
You have the Karoo lands in this deck, which are all really good, and they're all better than this card.
Yeah.
Basically, this is a fourth of that effect, but I don't think you need a fourth of the effect.
We ended up cutting it. It's fine.
Yep.
So
moving on.
Next category.
Let's talk about. So now you're playing all these lands all the time.
They're falling. They're falling all over the place.
Are they falling? Right onto the battlefield?
Yes.
I think that's called Landfall.
Oh my god, it's so creative.
So Landfall. What are we talking about? We're talking about Landfall? Okay. Landfall. Let's talk about our first Landfall creature. What do we got?
We got Omnath, Locus of Rage.
This man is angry because, and as we know, the only color that can represent anger is red.
And the only thing we need for red creatures is to just make them all mad, right?
Yeah, all red is anger.
It's passion too, but then nothing else.
Yep. So Omnath, Locust of Rage, costs 7 mana, 3 red, green, 4 a legendary creature elemental. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a 5/5 red and green elemental creature token onto the battlefield. Whenever Omnath, Locust of Rage, or another elemental you control dies, deal 3 damage to target creature or player. I don't know if you've ever had somebody get like triple landfall with this card, but you never want to wipe the board afterward because you know you're the one taking 9.
Terminus or eviction or something else.
Yeah, I've had board wipes, man. It's like, well, he's just going to deal 9 to me like a big butt. And I'm going to be real mad.
Take 9. You're a big butt.
You're a big butt. I know I wiped your stupid guy away.
Yeah, so this is usually 7 mana, and you play fetch land, and then it's 15 power.
Yes.
With 9 on deck to let you bolt somebody 3 times.
He adds a lot of power.
Oh.
And we have a visitor.
This is my cat. She saw Lord Windgrace and was like, hey.
This is Lord Windgrace's mistress.
I was hoping she'd jump
Amber.
up here, because now everybody gets to meet our mascot.
Yeah.
I don't know what... Oh. Yep.
Yep, she's going back over there.
That's actually just fine with me.
She's just right in the
You
middle
just
of the
keep her there for a
All right,
second.
as long as she doesn't distract the... Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. We have... We're just
talking about Omnath. He adds a lot of power fast. If they don't answer him, they're just going to die.
Well, let's talk about worse Omnath, basically.
Locus of Mana? Why?
No. A card that is just in this deck.
Card in the deck that's worse.
That is worse Omnath. Obnixilis, the Fallen.
Yeah, but he's still in the deck. Don't get us wrong.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah.
He's also very good. It's not like he's bad.
Yeah.
It's just like, but if you could have either one of these cards, like in your hand, you would probably always choose the
he's
Omnath.
3 and a black for a 3/3. Legend. I don't know. Legendary, whatever. Demon. Whenever landfall, target opponent loses 3 life, and then he gets 3 counters on him. Oh. You gonna...
All right,
All right, I think it's time for you to leave. Oh. Okay.
All right.
Oh, not the microphone.
Bye.
All right, get her out of here.
I know.
Evicted. Okay.
We got Omnixilis.
All right. 3 and 2 black for a 3/3. Oh my god. Go away.
Go away.
Okay. 3 and 2 black for a 3/3. Landfall. Target opponent loses 3 life, and then he gets 3 counters.
Go away. We can't have you up here right now. What? Are you kidding me? No. This has got to stop.
Just
stay down. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Obnixilis. Not the most powerful. He's literally a 5-mana 3/3 that has no abilities without landfall.
Mm-hmm.
But the damage can really add up. Okay, just give me 1 second. Obnixilis.
What about him?
He seems bad because he's a 5-mana 3/3 and doesn't do anything without landfall. It's good for you, kind of, because you want to untap with him. And there's a lot of cards that can, like, combo with him to deal a bunch of damage, maybe just kill somebody. And then he gets big enough to where if you have a clean attack, you can just kill somebody else.
Yep. He combos with one of the win cons later. We'll talk about it.
You just winked at me. That was so weird. Ugh. Okay, read the next one.
Let's start with Splendor Reclamation. This card is pretty good.
Read it.
3 mana. Or 4 mana, 3 and a green, sorcery from Elder's Moon, actually. If that matters.
Nope.
It does. It's from Elder's Moon. So this is a recently printed card. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I don't know if you know Windgrace's plus, but actually puts them in the graveyard fast. What about those cycle lands?
Oh, they actually go into the graveyard when you cycle them.
They go into the graveyard. Oh.
This effect is so good, I would want a second copy of it. How about World Shaper? 3 and a green for a 3/3. Whenever it attacks, you mill 3, and then whenever it dies, you get all your lands back tapped. That's amazing. Now we have 2.
Now we have 2. But what about a sweet combo with that?
I can't think of any.
Almost cut this card from the deck.
We were so close, but then we were like, wait,
hold on. It comes with some other cards. And also, it has this combo. We don't want to call it the combo. We'll call it
one of these.
We'll call it a synergy.
Yes.
For the sake...
Aggressive synergy.
We'll call this an aggressive synergy for the sake of no combos.
Right.
An aggressive synergy. You have Zern Orb. Let's say you have like 10 lands in play. Very easy with this deck.
Not if you don't know what Zern Orb does.
Not a hard thing to do.
There's only like 5 words on it.
Zern Orb. Sacrifice a land, you gain 2 life. Oh.
Cost 0.
What if you put all your lands in your graveyard and then you return them all back and you had an Omnixilis and you did 30 to somebody?
All right, hold on.
They're dead.
I don't want to get sued in the comments because somebody cast this into like counterspell. Okay, you gotta wait till the coast is clear. Or if you have World Shaper in play, you need a sack outlet.
Don't get Force of Will and Scoop because that would suck. But the only thing we cut from this land drop category, we cut Zendikar's World. He wanted to keep it. I wanted to cut it. This was my personal cut. I wasn't a fan of the card. I can see why it's good. I can see the good things it does. I just don't think it's doing enough.
I kind of like cutting it. It's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, and you get 2/2s, which I don't feel like is powerful enough. I feel like Omnixos is doing so much more. I feel like Omnifocus Rage is doing so much more, and there's tutors. There's tutors.
I could be more disappointed. Let's move on to the third category already.
No.
What?
It's not that early. We're like halfway.
Oh. Third category? Now?
Yeah.
The extra land drops? You're probably wondering, where's the extra land drops? Oh, they're right here, so shut up. Alright. Lots of incidental card draw on the deck with Windgrace and whatnot. So you're going to see so many lands.
Yeah, we were talking, what was the card that drew a lot of cards they had in the deck?
I believe it's Lord Windgrace.
No, before that we cut. What was one of the cuts that we cut for?
Rishkar's expertise?
Yes, we cut Rishkar's expertise because there's just not a lot of creatures. And I was thinking, maybe we should add more draw. But I'm like, no, you don't have to. Your commander just has this draw outlet on him. So
turns out
there's just no reason to add. You don't need all this draw in the deck. You're always going to have your commander in the command zone. You're always going to have a ton of mana to cast him.
You need some. Not a ton.
I'm
not
saying,
like 85.
I'm saying you don't need to add like all this card draw. You don't need this you don't need things like, say, I can't
harmonize.
You don't need harmonize in this deck. Exactly.
Perfect example.
You don't need
nailed it again.
You don't need
so
a
good
perfect draw spell. Yeah. What a man.
What? A man. All right. Extra land drops. First one. They get Frog Monster. This guy or girl, well, I don't know how the frog is, but he's a frog horror. 6/6 for 3 black green.
You literally just said you don't know which gender and you called him a he. You made fun of me for that last time.
I did. I think I remember that. Well, moving on. He has Death Touch.
Oh, does he?
At the beginning of your upkeep, you sacrifice her unless you sacrifice a land. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever one or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, draw a card.
I mean, this card's just good. This card,
it's a house.
This card is also like just an amazingly good commander.
Yeah, it puts lands in your graveyard and then just rewards you for it.
Yeah. And it gives you the extra land drop to go on top of it, which you're going to have extra land drop. What if you got Crucible Worth? What if you got Raymond Amp Excavator? Makes it easy.
Go ham.
Get them right back from the graveyard, and you have that extra land drop.
True.
And you're not missing many land drops in this deck. That's just the way it is.
I don't think you're ever missing a land drop, ever.
That's false.
What if you have personally guarantee that you will never miss a land drop?
What if you have a card like Burgeoning in play?
Did you just hear me? I personally guarantee. I mean, you can read Burgeoning, but it doesn't change my guarantee.
Burgeoning. Oh, there it is.
Oh my god. Did you come ready?
What
How'd you even get dressed in the morning?
Then you play it on turn 1. Okay.
How? What does it even do? How
it
do you play it on turn 1?
green, Burgeoning, enchantment, 1 green. Whenever an opponent plays a land, you may put a land from your hand on the battlefield. This card's insane on turn 1, and it's so annoying. Have you ever played against it? Because I have.
Yeah, I have probably the same game.
Wait, what if... Yeah, your opponent... Say your opponent's on the play, goes turn 1 this, and then they untap with 4 lands.
And you're just like, wow, what did I miss? What happened?
It's like, what do we do? We probably just lose because that's better than Soul Ring. Though, Soul Ring does lower your win percentage, so I don't know.
Right, I mean...
It's tough to know.
This probably doesn't lower your win percentage. Unless it's, like, any card that you play early game that's really good, means you immediately lose. Then this does lower your win percentage more than Soul Ring. So this card sucks, and you should take it out. But we kept it in because we're insane.
Yeah, this card's insane. And this is how you miss your land drops. This is the card that makes you miss your land drop.
Yeah, because you're always empty-handed.
Because you're empty.
Because you get 4.
Because you get 4 in one go-around, and you're like, well, I don't have any lands to play.
Right.
And then everyone goes, ooh, poor baby.
If you have bounce lands, you can just keep bouncing the same land. Whenever anyone plays land for landfall triggers.
Yep. If you have a bounce land, also just helps you make... Like, these things giving you extra land drops makes those bounce lands worth it in this deck. He hates bounce lands, and he didn't cut them. So that tells you they're good in the deck.
Yeah, I hate them so much. I hate them. Except this deck, they're sweet. So
they work really well in this deck. Some other another exploration. 1 green mana for an enchantment. Again, another 1 green mana enchantment. You may play an extra land each turn.
Well, you paid 1 green. You might as well get 1 extra land out of it.
This is as BC would put it, your bread and butter.
Yeah, your bread and butter.
What was
That's the sound the scrapey sound that toast makes. Is it like, the bread?
Nope.
Scrape on the bread. Have you ever buttered toast?
Of course.
Okay, what does it sound like?
I don't know.
That was pretty accurate.
I don't think so.
Whatever.
This gets you a huge mana advantage early. It's a great card.
You don't really care if they destroy it.
You know what else is a good card? It's Brother Explorer. Good card.
Little Brother Explorer.
Yeah, 2 mana, 1 in the green, draw a card, sorcery, play an extra land that turn. Good card. I would say that's also bread and butter for this deck.
Now this is like...
If that's your bread and butter. Now this is your gourmet bagel.
No, I was going to say your loaf and your stick of butter.
No, this is your gourmet bagel with Dijon butter.
This is your gourmet Dijon bagel. Azusa, Lost But Seeking. She's 2 and a green for a 1/2. You may play 2 additional lands in each of your turns. This is the best one. This might be the best card in the deck. I don't even know.
That's a human monk. It's a 1/2.
Yeah, because it's a human monk, it probably makes it the best card in the deck.
That's exactly what makes it the best card.
But I was actually thinking that it's because it makes bounce lands better and it makes you play extra lands every turn.
Everything in this deck synergizes with Ramunap Excavator and
bounce lands
and Crucible Walls. It's just like there's so much synergy.
Everything.
There is the one thing about this deck is it's not cowboy, but it is super synergistic.
It's just going like here and here and here and here every time.
And like all the cards that we're not talking about, like throughout this, like even through the rest of this, they're not like they're getting you lands. They're all cards. They're ramp. We're basically not talking about the ramp side of this deck.
And because you know what Nature's Lore does, and you know what Cultivate and Kodama's Reach do.
Yes. Though we did one cut from the ramp thing where we just made a quick mention of it. We cut, what was it? The one I actually...
Explosive Vegetation?
No, the 7 mana one.
Boundless Realms.
Yes, we cut Boundless Realms from the deck. It's good. I think it's really good.
But in this utility deck, there's only 9 basics.
Yeah, we cut down on basics. I had it down to 7, and I was happy with that. Beezy wasn't. He put more in.
9.
I was happy with 7.
Too bad. Moving on to the next one.
Moving on. Ooh, so now where have we gone? So we're going back to the bread and butter of our segments. Actually,
yes, this is the
every deck needs to do it. One day maybe we'll do a deck where we don't need it, but today's not that day.
Winning the game
category. Yeah, we're gonna win the game. So how do we win the game, BZ? What's our first win the game card?
Well, I gotta figure one of the best mana sinks probably in all of EDH in terms of one-time use. Torment of Hailfire. Your God Pharaoh has arrived. Your God Pharaoh has returned. I didn't flub that at all. That's really awkward if Nico Bolas said arrived when he meant returned. Whew. All right, X black for a sorcery. I love how it starts. Repeat the following process X times. It's like, huh? Each opponent loses 3 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. And it sounds so much worse than it is. Because each player for like 21. They've got, 21 times 3, 63 damage on the line. That they have to discard and try to avoid and sacrifice all their stuff. So if you're not killing them, you're taking them down to 5 or less.
Yep. This card's really good. And also, if you're not killing them, you're depleting their resources. Which is
said.
A huge thing to do. Well, you said you're taking them down in life, but
you're depleting their resources.
Well, their life is a resource, their hand is a resource, and all the cards in the field are a resource. So if they're not losing, it's because they're sacrificing all that, and they might not be losing there, but they're really far behind now.
Yeah, I feel like I said that, but it's cool.
Did you?
I don't know.
Did you? I don't think you did.
Okay. You're ramping a ton. You have all these ramp cards. It's going to be huge every time you play it.
I would say your average is going to be... Your low is going to be 10.
10.
Whoa. Yep. I would say your low is going to be around 10. And your high ones are going to be 20-something.
Yeah, who knows? The high ones are lethal.
Yeah. And all it takes is a crazy world shaper. You get 10 lands back. You already have 10 in play.
You get 7 lands back? That's 15.
Yeah, that's already insane. Exactly. No mass land destruction, but we have some land destruction.
This isn't mass. This is a lot.
This is a lot of land destruction. Why don't you read it?
Wildfire is the only mass LD in the deck, as per our instructions. Can completely end the game. And why is that? I'll answer you right now. It is 4 red for a sorcery. Each player sacrifices 4 lands, and the Wildfire deals 4 to each creature. So it would wipe the board of all the small dudes. If you cast this on turn 4, the game's over, I feel like. I don't know who's not scooping at that point.
Yeah, if you go on a curve here of let's say turn 3 Windgrace, which is completely plausible in this deck. And not turn 3.
Sure, yeah. I mean, Exploration gives you turn 3.
Yeah, let's say you go turn 3 or
Burgeoning can give you turn 2.
Okay, so either way, so you can go turn. So let's say you go turn through Windgrace. You had a good hand. You played this on turn 4. Now there's nothing to combat your Windgrace. You're going to just win the game from here.
You're gonna ultimate it and not be able to. You won't even have targets.
Yeah, you don't even need targets because you won.
Because you win.
Yeah, it turns out this card can just win you the game. The earlier you cast it, the better it is.
Because this is in the deck, you can get it back with like Eternal Witness or Regrowth.
Yep. You're going to tend not to care when you lose 4 lands, but most opponents are going to care a lot more when they lose 4 lands, as they're not going to have. Over? They're also not going to have 35 lands like you half the time.
Then the game's over.
And usually the game's over. So great flavor text. Fire is always at the top of the food chain, and it has a big appetite.
Oh my god! The word "big" is like emphasized. It was cool before they just said that. Oh man.
It's like it's actually weird because it's in italics because all flavor text is in italics.
Have you not?
But big.
How little flavor text do you read?
But big.
That's what they do.
I know, but big is in italics, which is weird.
That's how they emphasize it. Have you never seen an emphasized word in in the italics before?
I don't really read flavor
text. Oh my god! That's why you lose the My First Tome battles every time.
Yeah.
All right.
My First Tome.
All right. Moving on.
Put it up here. Somebody's got it. Now they have to know.
Multani. Yavimaya's avatar is our biggest, fattest fatty we have access to. He is 4 green for a 0/0.
It's a guy? Multani's the guy?
Obviously.
Ooh. That looks like a woman.
Who cares? Why do you have to put people down? Can't you just be positive? 4 green 0/0. Hold on, hear me out. Reach Trample. Legendary Elemental Avatar.
Wow, this thing sucks.
I said hear me out, and you literally did the opposite. Multani Yavimaya's avatar gets +1/+1 for each land you control and each land card in your graveyard.
Oh, that's really good.
I'm still not even done.
Oh, keep going.
1 and a green. Return 2 lands you control to their owner's hand.
Well, we have lots of extras.
Oh, I'm still not done, actually.
Oh, keep going.
Return Multani from your graveyard to your hand. That's it. Now I'm done.
Oh, this card sounds okay.
Yeah, it's probably going to be at least a 12/12 every time. There's ways to give it haste, so you can beat in right away and kill somebody.
You get benefits from bouncing the lands?
True. If you bounce Bojuka Bog or some other utility land, you just get to replay it. Especially if you're...
Also, this gives you land drops, even if they're not utility lands.
And this is hard to kill because if they try to exile your graveyard, you're just like, okay, in response, I'll get it back.
Yeah, and you always have mana.
This card is kind of bad, but I think it's actually good in this deck. I think this is like the one deck where I don't hate it.
I don't think I hate it in most land decks. If it's a lands matters deck.
Like, if it's a lands matters, that's kind of what I meant.
Well, you said specifically this deck.
There's not too many more. There's like Gitrog, this deck, and like Angry Omnath. And the rest of it is like bleh.
There's other ones. I'm sure.
Okay, Titania is the only other one. I'm sure I missed nothing. Okay, Azusa is the other one. I've missed nothing else. And Multani. This is probably good in a Multani deck.
All right.
Nothing has been missed now.
Okay. I'm sure you've missed.
Let's get to the next one before everybody unsubscribes.
No, don't do that. We just hit 100 subscribers.
This is the time to mention it.
I know. Let's mention it right now.
No one's watching right now.
No, everybody has left the video.
Yeah, they logged out when you did this for the 5th time. Okay. Read the next card.
Next card. Weird that it's a win con. Not usually a win con, but with Omnath and such cards like that, it is a win con. Anger. What?
The angry baby itself.
Wait, Anger's a win con? That's not a win con.
Anger's a magic card. What?
Anger. 3. Red. Creature incarnation. Haste. As long... You don't care about that. It's also a 2/2. You don't care.
4 mana 2/2 with haste. Look
4
out.
mana 2/2 with haste. As long as anger is in your graveyard and you control a mountain, creatures you control have haste.
There's the big one.
Let's give all those locust haste. Those 5/5 locusts. Let's give Omnath himself haste.
All they're elementals. They're not locusts. Except he's not the locust god.
The elementals. Let's give Omnixilus haste. Let's give Multani haste.
Avengers Zendikars plant tokens. Let's give those haste. Why not?
Yeah. Give Avengers
Give
Zendikar
Lord
himself.
Windgrace haste. Give us 6 cats haste.
Give those 6 cats haste if you ever get them.
Easy to discard because Lord Windgrace literally discards with his plus.
Yes. Anger is weird that's a win con, but it is. It's a win con with all the other cards.
It basically gives you an extra turn of attacking.
Yeah. And
so
you got some big old beaters.
If there was just Time Warp in here, that'd be a win con.
You can't.
So you gained an extra turn worth of like tempo or whatever.
We cut Thunderfoot Baloth. Yeah.
I like it in token stacks, but there's not enough creatures in here.
Okay,
now don't even use that out of context because anger goes to the graveyard, okay? And then it's just sitting there. And there's enough fat creatures where it's like a aggressive synergy where you can win the game immediately, whereas pumping your guys by 2 and then just passing is like That's not that great. And you have to control Lord Windgrace. Otherwise, this is a 6-mana 5/5.
Yeah, we don't. I think Lieutenant is a terrible ability.
Ooh, really? I like it.
I think it's unique. I think it's cool. I think it's bad.
If they just made it bad?
Yeah, no, I think it
could be good.
I think the idea of it is cool. I think the idea of this is Lord Windgrace's lieutenant. He rides into battle with him is cool in itself, but the mechanic is bad. Having to control your commander.
It's too much of a hassle.
It's a hassle, yeah. It's just not good. It's not good to have, like, unless you're getting some, like, ridiculous advantage, and I mean, it has to be ridiculous. They have to control 2 cards specifically.
One of which you always have access to.
Yeah, but then you have to, like, so it has, yeah, but even if you always have access, everyone knows when you play Commander, your Commander doesn't stay on the field all the time. Especially because your deck's built around that thing, and everyone knows that. So, it's just too hard. It's too hard to keep your Commander out, and it's too hard to especially keep your Commander out with a Lieutenant.
The deck I would like Thunderfoot Marathon is probably like Tristani, because it gains you more life when you make tokens, and then your tokens can attack for more.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you...
That's cool. But we don't need to talk about every... Yeah, I
don't
get
think
it.
there's
Like,
no decks.
it's not that great.
I think Lieutenant was just a fail.
A flub.
A flub. I don't think they did it well.
Alright. That was the deck. So the deck's done.
That was the deck. I think we're gonna try a screen at the end with some.
Yeah, we are.
We're gonna put all the cuts, try and show you them all, show you all the ads, and you can take a look what we cut, what we add. It'll be so you take a look at it. Another card we cut. I just want to mention this one because he specifically said it open for form, but we still cut it. In Garruk's Wake, it's
sorry. We're sorry. You can keep it in. Obviously,
you can obviously keep it in. It's your deck. It's 9 mana. And even though it's very good, I still rather... There's very few situations I feel like where you're not getting the same effect out of things like Toxic Deluge.
If it's 9 mana and it doesn't win me the game, I almost don't even care what it does.
Or Beezy's favorite card that he's going to push for. And every time you submit a red-black deck, Beezy's going to put this in, and I might have to fight him on it sometimes.
I'm going to fight you on it. It's always going to make it in. Fire Covenant. This is my pet card. 1 black-red. You pay X life, and it deals X damage divided as you choose among creatures, and it's an instant.
I think if you don't have game life in your deck...
Which we do, because every deck basically does.
That's not true. That's just not a true statement.
I think once you have 3 ways to gain life, as long as they're like decent and repeatable, this card's amazing. But that's not the point. It's already in the deck.
That's the point. It's in the deck, and I think that's also a better effect than what you're going to get.
With Garruk's Wake.
Yeah.
That's what we were saying.
Yes, exactly.
So now, moving on to the comparisons, we made 28 changes that... in total costed $147.19, and if you'll recall, our budget was $150. Nailed it. The average converted mana cost of Josh Gock's deck.
Josh Gock.
It was 3.78.
Doc Gock.
No, he's not Dr. Octopus.
No, he's not Gock.
Joshua Octopus? Anyway, our new average mana cost was 3.28. It's a difference of exactly 0.5. So.
And the difference of exactly 1 Garruk's Wake.
Yeah. Basically. As soon as you cut that card, your deck gets more castable. So that's our comparisons, which you all know and love.
So, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe.
And if you want to submit a deck,
go down,
subscribe, and leave your deck in the comments.
Yeah, go to the comments below, because that's where they are.
They are below you.
They are below. And so you can go there, leave a deck, comment anything. Tell us...
restrictions,
tell us
preferences.
Other than that, you can also just give us some feedback. Tell us what we're doing right. Tell us what we're doing wrong.
True.
Telling us what you'd like to add. Some people have suggested the add cuts thing. That's why we're adding it.
Okay.
We're putting the add cuts thing at the end. Suggestion from a user. Thank you.
So this is us.
Or from a user. From a watcher. A viewer.
Sure.
Something like that.
This is us. We're signing off.
Well, BZ wants to be done.
Yes,
all right,
we're done. Goodbye.